The more I drift, the closer I get to you. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck. Got me stuck. I was lost and then found inside of a dream. Running round in a circle, trying to believe. She's a ghost, and the truth, it's impossible. But I love her lies. You make sure I don't find somebody new. It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Stuck. Got me stuck. Stuck. Got me It's the way you move. It's the way you move. I knew I'd stay with you after just one touch. The way you move has got me stuck. Got me stuck.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And singing the big bat in the lineup so far this year, Cody Bellinger leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
Just about set, and starting this one, Javier Assad. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low threes. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Tim Anderson at the plate and takes high there. And the 1-0 misses low. Off the mark there. And that's ball 3. And the right-hander deals. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Now it's the veteran outfielder. Goes to second. Safe there. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Luis Robert now. good power, not great in the OBP department. Swung on, belted. Suzuki on a dead sprint, racing back some more. To the warning track, makes the catch. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Tim Anderson.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Yoan Moncada in the box now, takes strike one. Runners are at the corners, one away. Now this is a rocket to left. Happ pulls it down. Runner tags from third. In comes the first run of the game as the White Sox take the lead.
Sometimes that can be a little tough to score on. It was hit so hard that getting back to the bag to tag takes a little bit of time by the time that outfielder catches it, but a really good job of getting that run in from third.
Andrew Vaughn now. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one drifts inside. One now. That one fouled off. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a good take.
Line drive. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. No hits, but an error to walk lead to a run. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the White Sox 1 and the Cubs coming up. Back here at the friendly confines. And getting the start, Mike Clevinger. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Number 40 stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that's in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at bat to hit.
And takes low for ball 1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Righty delivers. And a ball evens the count. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's one down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting third. No left fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. That one's in there, 0-1. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One and 2 now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. It's the White Sox 1 and the Cubs nothing. Top of the second, and here's the first baseman, Gavin Sheets.
Gavin Sheets.
Go home, White Sox!
The right-hander back to work. And that's down and away. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone, Boog, from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kicks and deals. That one pulled foul. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Squirts away a little bit. Runner holds tight as the count moves to 2-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it. How about that double play?
I think 4 6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes, because no matter how you do it, the feed from the second baseman is a tough one. That's where footwork really comes into play, but right there, very well done.
Here's Elvis Andrus. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. The 0-1. Good eye right there. Hard hit, knocks it down. And he beats it. He's safe.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Number 22 steps to the plate for the White Sox. In there, and it's 0-1. Kicks and fires. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Andrews around second, headed for third. And that's a double. Cut off, now a throw home. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So a man left for the White Sox. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Bellinger up to hit. Clevinger back to work. And that's a little high. In 2019, Cody Bellinger became the first Dodger player ever to collect the MVP, the Gold Glove, and the Silver Slugger in the same season. Next pitch is outside. Just off the inside edge. Three-0 down. There's the strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a pop-up. Andrews hauls it in for the out. Then there's one down.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Dansby.
Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. First offering misses the mark. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And the righty deals. And the slider just misses.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 1-2. And another ball.
2-2.
Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Down the left field line. Base hit. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now batting Jamer Candelario. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down.
Nice, easy stroke. Let's go.
Next offering is fouled back. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Well, it looks like he wanted that slider to finish on the inside part of the plate, not start on the inside and end up hitting the batter. It looked to me like he just tried to do a little too much with that one.
This one smoked out to left. Could be extra bases. 1 runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Not in time. He's safe. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in too. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So 2 down, and now the batter is Tucker Barnhart. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that'll do it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and now the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Anderson getting to start at shortstop, hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And there's a ball. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
And the right-hander deals. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. And that's ball 4.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Upstairs. Throw to first. Anderson dives back. Pitch misses there. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. Anderson runs. Next offering is fouled back. Next one is off the plate. 3-2 now. Luis Robert in the on-deck circle for the White Sox. Three-two now. In there, sets him down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. And now it's Luis Robert. Lied out his first time.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That's a strike. Anderson runs. It's a pitch out. Barnhart, great throw, caught stealing.
You know, when you've got that kind of speed over at first base, they're expecting you to run at some point during the at-bat. Well, they picked the perfect spot to throw the pitch out, and you just can't outrun the baseball. Nice job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher.
I'm a soldier, straight rock and roller. Since I rock the perm and I alter Prince Post. Harder than Egyptian arithmetic. People say they want some new flavor. Well, this is it. And I'm on my
That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. And now it's filled up. Fights it off. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Yoan Moncada with a chance to hit. That misses, and that's ball 1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
2-0 the count. Here it comes. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. The 2-1. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Robert rounds second on his way to third. The run scores all the way from first. It's 2-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 1 so far. There's a strike. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. That one not close, and that's ball 1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Man on second, 2 down. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Tied up here in the early going. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 1-2 misses to even the count. And there's a hit. Moncada headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 3-2.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. And that one hammered. That's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Vaughn coming home. He scores, and they take a 2-run lead.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Javier Assad is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. On the mound now, Michael Rucker.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Yasmani Grandal up to hit. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0. Let's play spot.
Man at second. There's a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 5-2. Not in time. He's got a double.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Elvis Andrus now at the plate. Reached on an infield single his first time. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Right-handed reliever. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Here's the 0-2. Struck him out looking. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the White Sox 5 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and here's the DH for the Cubs, number 40.
Number 40.
The pitch. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one sliced foul. Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. That one missed. And he walked him.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Corner in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. That clips a corner. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. And a pitch. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base pass, it can take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Could be extra bases. Moncada with a relay home. Not in time. He's safe. A run scores. It's a 2-run game.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And at second with 1 away, Cody Bellinger digs in now. Flied out to center in his first at-bat. Just missed.
Boog, I had the chance to scout Cody Bellinger as a toddler. He used to come into the clubhouse after games there in Columbus, as his dad Clay was a catcher and a utility player on the team. And you could tell then that he had a pretty special swing.
The 1-0. Lifted in the air, right center field. Robert on the move. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
The batter, number 7, shortstop,
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. First time up, he grounded to third.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Just missed. Cody Bellinger told me a funny story that as he was coming out of the cage one time as a little kid, Derek Jeter said to him, "Hey, you don't swing like your dad at all. You got a pretty good swing." Out there to center. Robert on the move. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now 5-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the right fielder, number 22. And the right-hander back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That's down and in. The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The pitch. And that one almost got him. Righty to the plate. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And now it's filled up. Stays alive. In the air, left side. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Tim Anderson. In there for strike one. And ball one. No outs. Runner on second. At the belt and fires. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Benintendi up here. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Barnhart puts it away for the out, and there's two down.
The batter, the center fielder,
Luis Robert steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
And the first offering is not close. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Drew Smiley throwing and getting ready for David Ross. The 1-0. That one ripped but foul. In the air, left field, down the line. Happ drifts towards it. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. The run comes in from second. It's 6-3, and that's a two-out double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now Yohan Moncada.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And that's in there for strike one. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that's going to get into the corner. Run comes in from second. It's 7-3. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
That's two consecutive extra base hits for these guys. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn. 1 for 2. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
Just missed.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Off the plate inside. 3 balls, no strikes.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And the 3-0 finds the zone.
It's a good spot with the 3-0 pitch right there. You don't want to lay something in and it turns out to be a homer.
The 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boo. Were we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think just our presence is the present. And here's the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strike.
Slow ground ball to the right side. Corner. Throws to first. They limit the damage here. So 2 runs in the inning, 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. We're midway in the 4th. White Sox 7 and the Cubs 3. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the 4th, here's the third baseman, Christopher Morel. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Throws across the diamond. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
The first baseman, number 9, Javier Candelario.
And next for the Cubs, Jamer Candelario. Hit by a pitch his first time up.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And the 1-0.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
2 strikes.
Next one misses. It's 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
The 2-2. That's inside. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss. Adam out front for the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. He drove it 2 with a double his first time up. And foul ball. Lifted in the air, right field. Number 22 sizes this one up, makes the catch, and that's the inning. Cubs are down quietly. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3. Back here at the friendly confines. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the switch hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. The wind to kick the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these White Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
0-2 now. In the air, right field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Elvis Andrews.
Here we go, Cubbies.
Andrews up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. Check swing went around, and the count even at 1. And the pitch. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking. 2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for the Sox, number 22. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
They say you win.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one way outside. 2-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Ripped on a line. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox, but they still lead it 7-3. Back here at Wrigley Field, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Tucker Barnhart. The pitch. That's a little bit low. That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count. The wind of the pitch. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fouled off to the right. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
0-1 gets a check swing. Appeal to third. And that's a swing according to umpire Ed Drummond. Next pitch is inside, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Righty delivers. Ripped, but it curls foul. Left center for a base hit, and that's going to roll to the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second, and that's a 2-bagger.
Oh, Here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
One down. Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit. That one fouled hard the other way. Here comes the 0-1. And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover. And a pitch. There's the strike.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But, you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
Line drive, base hit. The throw to third. Save!
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well.
Runners on the corners with one gone. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. They say it went.
No ball. One strike.
First and third, one down. Two on, one out. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one's gone into the bleachers. That's what the fans came to see. His 19th home run of the year. It's 7-7.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Mike Clevinger done for the night, and as he heads off, he'll step aside for a minute. Back pitcher after this break. The White Sox going with a new arm, Declan Cronin.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So one out, nobody on. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. That one lifted to left. Benintendi moving under it. Out number 2.
The third baseman, number 5.
And next for the Cubs, Christopher Morel. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A solo shot, and that gives them the lead. It's 8-7. We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, but he squared it up and knew it was gone.
Jamer Candelario, the next Cub to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Clips the corner, and it's 2-1. On the ground to first. He steps on the bag, gets him easily, ends the inning. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now 8-7. You're dialed into the show. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, number 48. He last pitched 2 days ago. Tim Anderson steps to the plate for the White Sox. A strikeout and a walk. Here comes a pitch. Just off the outside edge. Movement in the bullpen. Drew Smiley is loosening up. This would be his first appearance for the club. The next offering misses. Now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Andrew Benintendi up next for the White Sox. Here's a 3-0. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
No outs, runner at first. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. Pickoff throw. Anderson dives back. Another throw over. And they're keeping him close. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive. And he boots it.
Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
On the north side of Chicago, John Chambi and Chris Singleton. Now it's the power speed combo. Luis Robert in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Good eye in that spot. No outs, runners at first and second. That one down the line, and that's just foul. The 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to first, double play. Here is Yoan Moncada. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Kicks and deals. And that one sliced foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. And here it comes. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Runner at third, 2 away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Andrew Vaughn in the on-deck circle for the White Sox. And the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him! Huge strikeout there. 1 hit, 1 left. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 8, White Sox 7. Seiya Suzuki getting ready to hit.
Well, he came up clutch earlier in this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
The pitch. There's a strike. Suzuki, 28 years old, and he was born in Japan. Next offering upstairs.
1-1.
The pitch.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
That one ripped. Back there. Into the bleachers and gone. His 12th of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-7. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waiting for it. It was like BP all over again.
Now the Cubs catcher, Tucker Barnhart. That's in for a strike. And he deals.
No.
Bullpen activity starting up now. Ryan Shaw getting loose out there. There's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. One, two now. Good eye right there. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Barnhart tries to check his swing. Now a look to third, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. So now here's the DH, number 40. First pitch, and he just misses. Cronin, a 6'4" righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a two-seamer. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Left field. And there are two down.
Up next for the Cubs, the second base.
Two outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Nico Horner. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And that's ripped into left, base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The left fielder, number 8.
Man, Singy, he hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit velo 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog, I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly. Those are the ones that feel really good.
Ian Happ up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Here goes the runner. That one hooked foul. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 9-7 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
It's a new sheriff in town. Everybody get up, get down.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Michael Fulmer. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 32, Michael Fulmer.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
The designated hitter, Andrew Vaughn.
The pitch. And there's a ball.
No strike.
Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And next to hit for the Sox, Gavin Sheets. In there for strike one. Good eye right there. And the righty deals. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And the right-hander deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Yasmani Grandal steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 3. 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Right-handed reliever, and that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
0-2 now, and look out as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now that can happen when you're trying to dive out over the plate so you can control the outer half. Very difficult to get out of the way of good velocity in.
Andrews in the box now, takes strike 1.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Strike 2.
That front-door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
And 1-2. One out. Runners at first and second. Pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. And it's even up.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Line drive, base hit. Here comes the runner. Bellinger fires it to the plate. In comes the run from second. And now they trail by 1. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Drew Smiley.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
First and second, 1 out. Number 22 steps to the plate for the White Sox. On the ground to second, might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Tim Anderson steps to the plate for the White Sox. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. He pulls into second as a run scores on the play.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Benintendi to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside. Ball 2.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Kicks and fires.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
.3-0 down. There's a strike. And there's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
2 outs, bases full. Now here is Luis Robert, this guy with light tower power. And takes low for ball 1. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. And there's a curve through for a strike. Here's a 1-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And now it's 1-2. Got him. Good job at damage control right there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brent Honeywell Jr.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
And the pitch. Clevinger in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1. Left-hand hitter waits. In the air, out towards right center. Robert moves under it. 1 away.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop.
So digging in, Dansby Swanson. On the ground to the left, and it's off the bag. Fair ball.
Wastes no time there. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Man at first with one gone. And next for the Cubs, Christopher Morel. He's already homered in this game. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Next offering way off the plate. At the belt and fires. Runner on the go. There's a ball. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time, or maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Pitch is in there. 3-1. That clips the corner. That one out to right. Fair ball. The run comes in to score from second. It's 10-9. Safe. He beats it.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
One out. Runner at second. And now it's going to be Jamer Candelario. And that's a little high. Next offering is fouled back. Righty delivers, and that one is inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a little bit low. The 3-1. That one the other way. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
One's in there, 0-1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
And now the count is even. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Next one is off the plate, and the count is even, 2-2. On the ground, could be 2. Andrews tossed to second, and that's 2. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. And the back and forth continues. It's 10-9 now. Major League Baseball is on the show. Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Jose Quas.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Here is Moncada.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And a pitch. Ball one low. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Adbert Alzolay. The closer is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. The 1-0.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Kicks and deals. And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Fastball catches the corner at the knees. And a base hit up the middle.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Andrew Vaughn. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the righty deals. And now it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. Righty to the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
They had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And next to hit for the Sox, Gavin Sheets.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
That misses the zone. Ball one. One-run game, one out, one on. Here comes a pitch. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
To third, might be 2. Fires to second for 1. And that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Tanner Banks gets the ball now. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. And here's the catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
The catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
The wind and the pitch. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. So 2 balls and no strikes. The wind of the pitch. And it is 2-1.
1 strike.
And a good eye there. And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
For the Cubs,
Number 40 will hit next.
number 40.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. This one popped up. Moncada makes the play. And there's one away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in. That's so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's Nico Horner. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. Next offering is foul back. Another 1-2. Outside.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step. And that's why he makes so many great plays.
And Benintendi able to make the grab. And there's 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Happ stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a ball popped up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs as they cling to a 10-9 advantage. Adbert Alzolay into the game.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Number 73.
Well, 1-run game. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Yasmani Grandal. The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Just off the inside edge. Good hitters count the 2-0. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch inside. And now 3-1. Elvis Andrus up next. And the right-hander's 3-1. And he walked him.
We're not ready to go home quite yet.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Now it's the second baseman, Elvis Andrus. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. It's 0-1. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Strike 2.
Yeah, you can see he just kind of stabbed at that one instead of just keeping his hands soft and absorbing the baseball with the bat.
And he deals. And that one is inside ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And the right-hander deals to short. Could be 2. Good feed. That's 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
White Sox down to their final out. Number 22 steps to the plate for the White Sox. First offering, and it just misses. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So the batting order turns over. And now Tim Anderson. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving for a walk or just a base hit. But you've got to stay within yourself.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score, and the White Sox tie it up 10-10.
Big RBI for him right there. They really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but it just barely sneaked in there. Down to go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Go-ahead run on base. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. Known for his late-inning heroics. Just missed. Runner edges away at second. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field, way back there, and it's into the bleachers, out of here. An absolute blast to left, and the White Sox jump out in front. It's 12-10. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Julian Merriweather.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And next to hit for the Sox, Luis Robert. And that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined. My scorecard was ugly for that series. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Line drive, nice grab.
Generally, not the type of great play you expect from a first baseman, but he does a great job of hauling that one down.
New pitcher for the White Sox, Aaron Bummer. A chance at his first save of the year.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 39, Aaron Bummer.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one.
The center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And a pitch. Bounced up the middle. Sends it over to Sheets. And Bellinger is out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And next for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Bummer. In his 5th season, he features a sinker, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Bummer deals. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count even 1-1. Slider clips the zone. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out. So 2 down now. And here is Christopher Morel. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First offering misses the mark.
1 ball, no strike.
The pitch. And that one upstairs.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Check swing. Went around. Slider right there. Two outs. Fouled off down the right side. Is just 1 strike away. Good job to fight that one off. Now a fly ball to right center. Robert on the move. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox slug their way to a win in this one.
Well, all game, these guys had to battle with that 10th man, those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down, and were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well-executed ball game.
And your final 12-10. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
But we don't listen what them saying. This lion can't take, better get this in your brain. The spirit of the legends is flowing into my veins. I mean, you're still keeping them entertained while you're chopping the knowledge that paint the picture in the frame. Keeping it militant is the mission and the aim till you're seated with the gods and they remember the name.
Circus in town, method bringing them ruckus. It's me versus these clowns, straight up bringing them brothers. My team holding it down, straight up bringing them butters. When I rain blowing them clouds, better bring them umbrellas. Brand new Margellas, my shoes is fresh.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 17 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
Tell them so we are on the game.